Perhaps one of the 7 written tablets found on the island contain the answer. The pictographs are like those of no language known on Earth. They have not been decoded, but anthropologists believe they tell a dark and bloody tale. There is evidence that long ago the island was torn by terrible civil strife, with brother pitted against brother. The bones of hundreds of islanders have been found in caves that stretch for miles under the lava crust. What were the natives hiding from? Why were they slain? Edmundo ascribes it to overpopulation and starvation. He speculates that in mass frenzy, the strongest killed the weakest and survived by eating human flesh. The survivors set up the worship of a new god, the Birdman, who dove on his prey from the sky. Folklore has it that on the first day of spring, the strongest men would swim through shark-endangered waters to the tiny island that lies offshore. They would search the crags for the Manotaura egg and swim back, carrying the prize in their mouths. The first man back was proclaimed king for 1 year. Perhaps the petroglyphs tell the story of the days that preceded the Birdman cult. Archaeologists have labored since the glyphs were first discovered in 1922 to decipher the meaning of the bizarre symbols. The chalk paint accentuates the designs, but cannot unlock the meaning of the curious etchings. Only a tragic face remains as an emblem of past events.
¿Qué cosa mía?
The strongest clues seem to lie in the myths and legends handed down by word of mouth over the centuries. Juanito Huera is a noted linguist who understands many tongues. The old woman begins to chant a tale about a war between the long ears and the short ears. Her story bears the epic ring of heroic battles and great conquests. It sounds like a tale out of ancient Greece, a great saga in which the short ears rose from enslavement and in a battle that rumbled like the quaking of the earth, slew every man, woman, and child who had long ears. Mythology, with its strange symbols, plays tricks on the imagination. But it springs from real events that once occurred. And there is little doubt that the events on Easter Island have been bloody and tragic. The tragedy was matched by the fate of the islanders and provides a final clue to the Easter Island mystery. History records that thousands of natives died under the guns of their conquerors and from the dread diseases brought with them. The endless waves, of course, have seen it all. They saw brave people put their hope and faith in mighty gods carved from stone, and they saw the failure of those gods to protect them. It was that failure that may have led to the massacre of the stone giants. On a remote speck of land in the South Seas, a great civilization flourished and died. The wide-scale destruction of the giants of Easter Island is symbolic of the tragic destiny of a people. It is also testament to the power of faith. A faith that motivated thousands of men to toil relentlessly on stone monoliths, and a faith so strong that when it was lost, it may have driven them to turn against their own gods with a terrible vengeance.